We are here today on our brand new Raid Shadow Legends account. We are 5 days in, and the arena has reset, dropping us down from Bronze 4 to Bronze 3, collecting a Bronze tier chest. And here we are on this new account. I'm Prime Scalador. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and today we are on our free-to-play account, looking at the progress and how far we have made today. As you can see, we are level 30. We started this account on the first of the year, so 5 days in. And besides collecting, a bunch of free stuff that we got in the beginning, I must say, progression on this account has gone really, really well. Collect ourselves a bunch of silver and goodies. We started out with a promo code giving us Narma the Returned. At level 10, we ended up getting ourselves an Ugo. At level 20, a Venom Mage. And just barely at level 30, we got ourselves a Mausoleum Mage. We used the promo code Kitty Cut to get ourselves a Cheshire Cat, and we started with Aethel. Now, along the way, we have pulled a handful of shards, getting champions like a Sakara, a Tyrell, and a handful of others, but most of our progression has been in the form of missions. None other than the Arbiter missions. We are officially over a fourth of the way there and halfway through the second fourth. So, overall, doing really well. Right now, we just have to get a bunch of greater arcane potions from the Arcane Keep. We are halfway done with that. So looking at our progression right now, we ended up hopping into a awesome clan. That being, of course, Proper RSL. Shout out to Proper. Awesome guy. That. But with the account, with where we're going, gotta say, we have done very, very well. We are pushing our way through the Predator Champion Pass and the Apprentice Pass. And for a free-to-play account, we cannot complain. We got ourselves this Frosted Path. We ended up doing really, really well. Just through natural progression, we got ourselves 13,000 points. So, looking through at what we could get, grabbing some easy stuff. We'll grab ourselves some charms. Probably grab these charms too. We'll always take a basalt. Never complain about that. Go down. Grab maybe a energy. Grab ourselves a book. This remaining 5k, well, probably go down. Grab ourselves some soul coins for when the souls open up. Some charms. And grab ourselves some gems. Got ourselves about 1,000 left. So ended off by getting us some core hammers and a little bit of silver. Cannot complain. Then we got a gear hunters event coming along, nice and good. We'll end up pushing our way through. We are getting goodie after goodie, which we will take. These little things are going to help us greatly. As for the campaign, we are currently on. We have beat normal, we have beat hard, we are currently pushing brutal. Not pushing through really, really well. Using a team of Cheshire Cat and Narma. Very, very well, cannot complain. We have not quite gotten to the point where we can go through and build them out completely how we're wanting to. But we are getting close. Got to run a few more dungeon runs and then I'll be able to go through my gear and start building more for stats than anything. But right now, cannot complain. Watch us go through. We really love the champions we have. They are doing really, really well. Push on through. Now the goal for this account is going to be to progress our way through. We're going to be doing everything 100% free to play, and from there we are going to see how long it takes us to kind of push through each and every set of the different aspects of the game. Grabbing ourselves some different stuff, some login stuff. And we have hit 900 gems. So with that, we can actually go over here. We've got the options. We've already built out Cheshire Cat. Now the question is whether to buy gems or run the stuff. Probably buy some gems for some other people. Really tempted to go through with Narma because, you know, for a clan boss team, been doing really well. Day 1 we were 1 king easy, and we almost can 1 key normal. We are just barely under the requirement. Kind of show you here this team that we got ourselves running on easy. We are running Cheshire Cat for damage and speed aura. Narma gives us a bunch of poisons, poison sensitivity. Ugo gives us a decreased defense and some healing. Aethel provides us with our weaken, and Venomage provides us with some damage mitigation and some poison as well. Quickly running this battle, you're going to be able to see that we are hitting that 3.78 million damage, which is really good compared to, you need 1.1 right there. So now I'll kind of go through and show you guys a little bit of how this team is running. Now, obviously, there are a few things like champions needing to be booked, but those will come with time. But overall, doing really well. If you're interested in starting an account, you know, playing alongside me as we're kind of going through, there's plenty of awesome options for starter codes and whatnot. I used one courtesy of CC Raids. So she's the one who got me Narma the Return, along with Ugo, Venomage, and Mausoleum Mage. Ash Raid Shadow Legends also has a really good one. Same with Fastidious. So, I mean, depending on what you're kind of looking for as you go through, there are so many different options. But yeah, overall, cannot complain. It'll just take some time for us to build up the account, build up the champions. And that we're relying for most of our damage to be from stuff like poisons and whatnot. And once we get a really good reviver, we do have a reviver. It's a rare one, so not the best. But being able to pick one up to kind of throw in might be worthwhile down the line. But yeah, overall looking at it, really awesome setup. Cannot complain. Hitting kind of that 1.4 million, 1.5 coming in here. So as you can see, debuff bar is filled with poisons, the weakens, and the decreased attack, kind of keeping ourselves alive. So every time the boss takes a turn, pops off a good chunk of damage. So cannot complain at all. We will take that damage and we will take it. Popping off 30,000 for each one every single time it hits. Now I've got a couple of them built in Lifesteal. We'll be able to go through and look at their actual kits afterward. But the Lifesteal allows them to heal when they hit. And when we end up getting them to 6-star, they'll be able to proc stuff like War Master, be able to do really well. But yeah, cannot complain. We did lose Ugo there, meaning we lose any and all additional healing outside of stuff like the sets that they're wearing. But I think the sets will be enough to get us at least to, I think it's 3 million roughly, what we're looking at. Kind of play around and wait for a moment. Yep, break that 3 million. Cannot complain. Apologize for the voice. I am a tad bit sick at the moment, but slowly getting better. As you can see, just barely under the requirement for that 1 key. He did about 400,000 more damage, but not bad at all. looking at the champion builds. So Cheshire Cat, we got him in Lifesteal and Offense. Currently only running 1600 attack, 139 speed. He's at 92% crit damage, so almost 100% crit capped. But considering he's only level 50, 5 days in, that's surprisingly good. Narma we have in Double Immortal at 87 accuracy, 109 speed. Cannot complain for what little gear we have. Aethel we have in Offense and Lifesteal as well. Got her with a little bit of accuracy, 123 speed. Then Ugo, we've got a little bit of accuracy, 105 speed. Kind of in whatever we've got. Venomage is the highest accuracy at 100 right now, 134 speed, next to nothing else. And we'll end up going through rebuilding. Need to build out Tolog since he's got a revive. That'll be very useful for our team. He also carries a increased defense and continuous heal for everyone, so cannot complain. And then a passive which will help heal. But yeah, overall, there's a gnat bugging me right now. I don't know why. But they're, we're coming along. Cannot complain. Cannot complain at all. Looking over at our progressions, we've kind of progressed here and there, getting up to about stage 9 or 10 on the different potion keeps. Some of them a little farther than others. Just trying to get what we can to help build up champions. Minotaur, we haven't pushed too far other than the missions. Ice Golem got up to stage 10. Spider's Den, we got up to stage 4. Dragon, we got ourselves up to stage 9. And Fire Knight, we got ourselves up to stage 6. So a lot of what we're seeing is kind of just us taking time and kind of doing it a little bit by little bit. Now hopping into the arena, we are running this team here. We've got ourselves Cheshire Cat with Speed Aura, Damage, Narma, Ugo, and Aethel. We're going to throw Aethel in the back. We actually just unlocked the ability to build out these teams. So we're actually going to be able to go through and focus these teams how we're wanting it. Let's see, we're going to do priority 1, follow that by priority 2. Give Aethel the ability to buff up. And that. Maelstrom as our first priority. That. We'll go through and kind of show what everyone does. Cheshire Cat has an A1, attacks an enemy. If he's under a veil, it attacks everyone instead. And then puts perfect veil on him for 1 turn. Has an A2, which attacks an enemy 3 times, and it will decrease their speed by 1%. And increases his speed by 1%. And if it kills an enemy, places a perfect veil on this champion and the ally with the lowest turn meter for 2 turns. So, not a bad skill. With where we're at right now, we're kind of turning it off, so that way we're focusing on the AoE damage. And then this A3, which attacks all enemies before attacking, places a perfect veil buff and increased attack on the champion for 2 turns. Grants an extra turn if the attack kills an enemy. So a really good kit, really fun champion. He does have a passive that we'll eventually get once we can get him to 3-star Awakening, and that will give him some block damage when he's about to die. Then we got Narma, A1, attacks an enemy with a 50% chance of increasing duration of all debuffs on them by 1 turn. A2, attacks an enemy, books up to 100% chance of putting decreased attack and leech. Then instantly activates all poisons on all enemies, and then heals all allies by 25% of this champion's max HP. Then A3, which attacks an enemy, looks up to 100% chance of placing 3 poison debuffs and poison sensitivity for 3 turns. And if they're already under 3 or more debuffs, place 3 poison debuffs, poison sensitivity debuff on all enemies for 3 turns instead. Then her wonderful passive, Caustic Rebuttal, whenever she's attacked, has a 25% chance, or whenever an ally is attacked, has a 25% chance of placing poison on the attack for 2 turns. Whenever this champion is attacked, it increases to 50%. Enemies under poison inflict less damage per each poison on them. And if there are multiple champions on the team, only one will activate this skill. And then we have Aethel, of course, has her A1, attacks the enemy 3 times, books up to 100% chance of placing a weaken for 2 turns. A2, attacks all enemies with the extra chance of inflicting a critical hit. And A3, places increased attack and increased defense on them for 2 turns, and then grants them an extra turn. And includes a increased defense if they're under 50% HP. Then we got Ugo with A1 Black Hand, attacks an enemy, chance of putting leech on them, increases by 5% for each enemy alive. A2 attacks all enemies, books up to 100% chance of putting decreased defense for 2 turns, and has a 50% chance of putting block bust for 2 turns, and the chance of placing the block bust increases by 5% for each alive enemy. So while it does go up to 25% chance, you can get that up to 100 if there's 5 enemies on the enemy team. For example, places like Hydra, this is really good. But even in places where maybe there's only 4 enemies, if you give her the Sniper Mastery, allows for her to still put it up. So giving that extra 5% chance. And then Ugo's Brew removes all heal reduction debuffs from all allies, and then 1 random debuff from all allies, and then heals everyone by 20% of this champion's max HP. And then a fun little additional thing, if all allies are dead, revives them with 50% HP, and fills their turn meter by 50% instead. Then has this passive here. Places increased speed and block damage on this champion for 1 turn whenever they're the last living person on the team. So, kind of running around with this team. Be able to see kind of where we're at. We pushed really, really high. I think last week we got as high as silver 1 or 2 at one point. But right now we're kind of just running, trying to get as much as possible done. So we are running, I believe it's a 1-man Aethel defense. Yeah. So that we can, lose a bunch of battles. So that as we're climbing up, we're also dropping down. But yeah. Able to kind of see where we're at. This one we're going to be dealing with an Elscore, who can throw out block damage. So it'll be kind of interesting to see if our Ugo... Nope, our Ugo was not fast enough. Okay. Oh well. Well, we will kind of see where it goes and go from there. Just gotta wait, kind of see where it goes. But yeah, definitely in need of rebuilding a lot of the champions. So we will kind of wait and see where this goes. Alrighty. Killing 1. Kind of just have to wait and see. So I think we may have this under control. We just kind of gotta wait and see. Need to upgrade Narma's speed. Okay, yep. Taking down everyone. Now in this case, we will use the A3, kind of decrease that speed. It's alright. He's not built for damage, but he is hitting like a truck. But we are in gear that should theoretically heal us as we hit. We'll steal some of that speed. Kind of look at it. We're already starting to lap him a little bit. Just gotta see. Looks like we will probably end up losing this one, sadly. But nonetheless, good fight. You know, if we went through and rebuilt our champions, we'd probably be able to survive a lot longer. But I mean, just goes to show kind of how in this meta, you know, one champion can make all the difference. But yeah, overall, definitely enjoying it. And this is how most of our fights go, is just kind of wipe through them, whatnot. But yeah, with this account here, we're going to be doing a lot of progression, a lot of building out teams, theory crafting as we kind of go along, seeing what we can pull and whatnot. So far, haven't had any seriously good luck. You know, anything can happen as we kind of go through. There's rumors for a new collab, so we'll see if the new champion's really, really good, see if that helps us, kind of go from there. But yeah, hope you're enjoying everything. If there's a certain aspect that you're really excited to see, please leave it down in the comments. Let me know what it is you're kind of looking forward to. Love to do videos kind of showcasing these sort of stuff. If you have any questions about where the account's going, as always, leave any comments down below to kind of let me know. I'm really enjoying the prospect of this new account and kind of going through and starting from scratch. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Keep on raiding.